Hello, Elk Grove Unified families, students, and staff. I'm Santi Pinkerton.
And I'm Sandeep Dosanjh, and welcome to another episode of EGU News.
So our focus on EGU News is always going to be on healthy minds, healthy bodies, and healthy learning. And today is the district's update, as well as the county and state, and we have a couple of announcements for you. So let's get started.
Midsummer is about a week away, and by the end of June, the EGUST educational plan for the 2020-2021 school year will be presented to the board and the public in full scope at the June 30th board meeting. Please accept our apologies for those individuals who are not able to join the last virtual board meeting. And now that we have since increased the webinar format participant allowance to 3,000 participants.
Yeah, and while our physical building would limit that participation, especially with social distancing, restrictions, on a positive note, since using Zoom to share the board meetings in a live setting, participation has skyrocketed and exceeded our physical limit, which has really increased our community engagement.
That's right. And during the last board meeting, the process the district will be using to develop the 2020-2021 educational plan was shared with the board. 3 guiding principles for developing the plan were noted, and they are equity, safety, and responsiveness. In the presentation, the process illustrates how a district's strategic team will interact with tactical and special operations teams in the development of the educational plan.
Yeah, and so for a list of tactical teams and the focus areas of each team, please click on the presentation. I think we have the link below, and go to slide number 15. And then pages, and you'll see an overview of what the process looks like. And then pages 18 through 21, those provide specific considerations that each team is challenged with resolving in order to provide well-researched, safe, and sound options for the development of a comprehensive educational plan.
Yeah, so for example, the health and hygiene team has been carefully reviewing CDC, state, and local public health recommendations and sharing their findings with other team leads.
Yes, and the work of the tactical teams is highly integrated and unique in the K through 12 public education world. In fact, several tactical team leaders that I've talked to also represent Elk Grove Unified on a larger regional and state committees, and as well as advisory groups. And they're able to share our approach to planning. And we should be proud that we're sharing that, and we are proud to share our process and what we've learned. And apparently the feedback that we've received is that our direction has been envied and it's considered very advanced.
Positive little snippet of great news right there. But with the revised 2020-2021 calendar that was approved by the board during the last board meeting, which was on June 9th, it resets our start date and calendar for the next year as early as August 3rd. So that's the first day of school for tracks B, C, and D. And the next step is a vital step, and we'll be collecting very important parent feedback regarding the reopening of our schools.
Mm-hmm. And early next week, this is an important note, parents should look for a district released survey, means a district survey that's being sent to each family's email, or each one of our family members' contact email addresses, asking for input with the understanding that the district will be using health and the health and educational guidelines from the Sacramento County Department of Health, as well as the California Department of Education and the Sacramento County Office of Education in order to plan for the possibility of students returning to our schools under specified social distancing guidelines. Now, based on the parent input, once we receive that, if a, for example, hybrid model of education, which includes both on-campus instruction and distance learning, is the dominant preference or interest, then this could set the direction for what schools will look like when we reopen. So the
So from
survey
what
is
I'm
really
gathering,
important, Sandeep. Yeah.
what was that?
Sorry, Sandeep. It just means the survey is really important.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. It sounds like the parents and guardians have a very important part of the development of the educational plan for the upcoming school year. So it's crucial that everyone checks that email account for the survey to provide us with this helpful information. So until the results of the survey have been completed, no final decision has yet been made on what the next school year will look like. We urge parents to please look for the survey and complete it as soon as possible.
That's right. And we'll be putting out more communication and make sure parents know where to find the survey, what it's called, and how to let them know that it's out there. So lastly, many of our students involved in educational athletics, co-curricular and extracurricular activities are also anxiously awaiting concrete information from the district regarding the return of sports and the continuance of many visual and performing arts activities. Now, we ask that parents be patient. This is information that's, until we have clear guidance that's been gathered from the California Interscholastic Federation, also known as the CIF, as well as the Sacramento County Department of Public Health. The decision on athletics will significantly, or their decision on athletics will significantly impact any plan we might conceive. So rather than get people's hopes up, we would like to keep expectations realistic and share that we are working closely with those organizations and both large entities and the regional organizations and the regional districts to be able to make a well-informed decision and plans.
Yeah, and we fully realize that this may not be enough to appease everyone, but be that as it may, this is where we are at this point of time. Fortunately, the CIF has issued a statement that provides a date for when they will make a determination on fall sports. As we await that decision, we will continue our planning related to athletics, co-curricular, extracurricular activities, and a tactical plan will be publicized at the latest during the June 30th board meeting, or in roughly about 2 weeks.
That's right. And I think in their announcement today, I read it, and it looks like they're looking to make an announcement on July 20th. So, and I think we're going to be showing where you can find that particular media statement as well. So moving on to other news, Sandeep. I don't know if you've heard of Improve Your Tomorrow.
Yeah, I actually had the opportunity to visit Florence High School's Improve Your Tomorrow event. They accepted a $50,000 grant from AT&T to the program at Florence High School. So it's a remarkable program that really helps a lot of our students that attend Florence High School and Valley High School.
That's right. So for those of you who haven't heard of Improve Your Tomorrow, Improve Your Tomorrow is an organization dedicated to increasing the number of young men of color to attend and graduate from colleges and universities.
Yeah, and I think that, one thing that we really need to tell everyone is that this weekend, students from Florence and Valley High Schools will participate in a virtual graduation to celebrate their accomplishments. And that will take place this Thursday, June 13th, from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
That's right, this Saturday.
Yes.
Yes.
Did I mess up on my date?
Oh, I don't know. I thought I heard Thursday, but that's okay. It's this Saturday, June 13th, from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Yes. And as they continue on their educational careers, the virtual event will stream live at facebook.com/IYT College Bound and also on their YouTube channel. And for more information about the organization, just visit improveyourtomorrow.org.
That's right. So let's switch gears and go to the county and the state update. As of today, June 12th, according to the Sacramento County Department of Public Health, the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in Sacramento County is now at 1,700.
Yes, and by age group, the confirmed COVID-19 cases are as follows. In ages 0 through 17, there are 78. Ages 18 through 49, there are 842. In ages 50 through 64, there are 365. And in age group 65 and over, there are 419. Now, unfortunately, 63 individuals have now died from complications of COVID-19, and those individuals were either 65 and over or had underlying health conditions.
Across California, as of June 12th, there are now 141,983 total cases of COVID-19, with 4,943 deaths. More than 2.6 million people have been tested.
And earlier today, the Sacramento County Department of Public Health announced that it's now in stage 3 of the California State Governor Gavin Newsom's roadmap to reopening. And this allows for even more additional activities in the Sacramento County. So there's a whole list. If you go to visit their online site, there's a number of things and businesses now and activities that people can engage in.
That's right, and that site is covid19.ca.gov/industry-guidance.
That's right. And don't forget, anyone, this is still available, anyone 18 years or older living in Sacramento County may get tested for COVID-19 by completing the screening survey at projectbaseline.com. Once the screener is completed, participants will be eligible for an appointment at the mobile testing site at CalExpo or at the other 3 testing sites in the community. It's no longer symptom driven, so the testing is free, so you might want to take advantage of that.
Yeah, and as a reminder, this testing site is not intended for people experiencing severe symptoms such as a severe cough, severe shortness of breath, a severe fever, or other concerning symptoms who may need more medical care. There is not a doctor on site at the drive-through testing sites.
Yes, and participants must come to their appointment in a car that has windows that roll up in order to protect both the patient and the on-site worker.
And the county does stress that the best defense against COVID-19 continues to be staying at home and physical distancing, wearing a face covering wherever possible if in public, washing hands frequently for 20 seconds, avoid touching the eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands, and avoid being around people with COVID-19 symptoms.
Exactly. Well, thank you, Sandeep. And thank you to all of our viewers. We want to ask you to stay safe and stay healthy. That's it for today's edition of EGU News. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to click on the bell to receive notifications. I'm Santhi Pinkerton.
And I'm Sandeep Dosanjh. We'll see you next time.